Good morning. This is a topic, the kind of topic I don't do often, where I don't discuss theory, or just discuss like technique or whatever. I don't seek out for much of these type of advice that much, but yeah, Bawss Fight. This is about Bawss Fight. Like in my Burning Wheel campaign, we had a couple of those, and this is one of my favorite moments in a campaign. No matter the genre, no matter what is the boss in itself, or who he is, or what it is, or whatever, it doesn't matter. For me, it's like it's that climactic moment where lots of the stuff you've been doing actually validates itself and kind of comes to an end, and that when it's like the cycle that ends, and it's really important. It gives a lot of signification to everything you've been doing and to what's gonna happen with the story and afterward and all that. But this video is kind of like the follow-up on yesterday's Against All Odds video. It's kind of like a part 2 or special edition. The thing with the Bawss Fight, the issue I'm having with the Bawss Fight is to find a way to balance them. And I'm not a fan of game balance. I don't care about balance that much. I'm not, I don't look at the numbers, and I don't use bestiaries and stuff like that. So for me, like a Bawss Fight must be the hardest thing. It has to be the hardest thing in the game. It cannot be easy. It should not be easy. And it has to, these guys have to pay the price. But what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the whole thing. Is like, does it mean someone has to die? And does it mean that the boss has to die? What if the boss don't die? You know what I'm saying? Like, if the boss don't die, it's either because the characters are dead, or they ran away, or something else happened that might be weird enough, because otherwise it's not a Bawss Fight. There is like a conflictual definition of what a boss is and the purposes of the whole thing that kind of comes into play here, where it's like a black and white situation, and I hate those. So how can we deal with that? Like this afternoon, I'm having a Bawss Fight. It's in my Burning Wheel campaign. It's a Lich King, super classical, badass. Used to be a sorcerer that, from ambition, became a monster, and he got sent into like this parallel universe where he is stuck in, because nobody wants it in reality anymore. So he's stuck on the other side, and there is like this dwarf on the battlefield using a magical axe that kind of stroke him with an axe, and that there is like a gate to this other plane of existence that kind of swallowed them both on the other side. Now, this axe became legendary, and this is the axe that's gonna rule on all the dwarves. Now, the PC I'm playing with is playing a dwarf adventurer who is mad greedy, because that's the whole thing with the dwarf in Burning Wheel. You know, they are greedy. They have this emotional attribute called greed, and they take their power from that emotion and stuff. So he is like super greedy. He is super powerful. He's like and he's a legendary adventurer. You know, he's like he's old and he's been doing all kinds of stuff, and now he's planning for this big battle, this big war that is coming against like some kind of a demon or entity. And he wants the axe because he wants to he wants to unify all the dwarf and go to battle with all the dwarves. So now he's going on in that plane of existence to kill that lich and come back with the axe. So I designed the lich, and I'm like, okay, so that thing must be really powerful. So I started to design it and build it, and the goddamn thing is like, it's casting spells, it's super powerful. How a dwarf adventurer can kill that? Like, I don't even see how that can happen. Honestly. If I want to be like true to myself and true to the story and true to the tropes in itself, an ordinary dwarf, even if he's a badass dwarf, with ordinary weapons, is not gonna kill it. It's not gonna make it. So I'm kind of stuck, you know. I just don't know. And that now, that's not that complicated, you know. That's just this is not complicated. The thing is that you don't want, like, you don't want to kill the PC too easily. So it's all about that balance, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want the PC to come in and die on the first round. You don't want your boss to die on the first round. But by making the PC is always super powerful, you know, especially at the end of a campaign like that. So he's like super strong, like super powerful, and you have the Lich King that is like super powerful as well, so they can just boom and kill each other at the same time, especially with the fight in Burning Wheel. Like, everybody's hitting each other at the same time, so boom, they can just die. So honestly, I'm just, it's a plague, you know. It's like, it's one of those things in an RPG where it can make the difference, because we've been playing for like a year almost. So there's a lot of shit that can happen. It can be unsatisfying if it's too easy, and it can be a huge deception if it's too nasty, you know. And you know, there's a lot to be said about, oh, it comes with experience, you know, you play a lot and then you know, and then you can adjust during the fight. But when you start to adjust yourself, you're always doing it for a reason. And that reason is to save the PC's ass. Or to make it harder. But you start to adjust to make it harder. So what you want? You want to kill the PC? What are you doing right now? You know what I'm saying? Jeez, it's complicated. It's not complicated. It's that balance. It's just annoying. I find it annoying. You wanna be able to, you know, let the die fall, you know, and let the die decide. But most of the time it's easy. It's easy to say, but it's another story to do it, you know. But you don't want to take away the risk that you don't. Anyway, if you have some tips and tricks about that balance there, and something that is out of the realm of the get a bestiary and out of the realm of look at the numbers, and you have some special kind of tricks, special stuff, especially for like big magical creatures or Bawss Fight, and you want to find a way to create a tension without compromising the risk, without being complacent without playing the hand of God. You know what I'm saying? If you have a special tips and tricks for that, if you have some stuff you do and you know exactly what I'm talking about, let me know. All right, thank you for watching.